Hi guys, and happy early Sunday morning. It is about 4:45 here in Chicagoland area, and I just got finished yesterday with the Stampin' Up virtual on stage. So my sleep schedule's a little messed up because, well, it has been since daylight savings time went back to regular savings time. I don't know. I don't know which way is considered daylight and which is not. I think during the summer on daylight, now we're just on central time. Anyway, so last night I ended up falling asleep according to my Fitbit at 7:45. Got up at midnight, was up for about half an hour and then fell back asleep again. So here it is, like I said, a little after almost 5 o'clock on Sunday morning. I think today is the 14th, if I remember right. And I can't get back to sleep. I've had 7.5 hours of sleep, so I can't get back to sleep. So I thought, let me show you what we did yesterday while we were on doing our stamp and share during our on stage. And then I'm going to show you just a quick card to make this a very short video. So this is using a set that's coming up in the January to June mini catalog, and it is fabulous. Let me bring it over real quick. It's called Blessings of Home, and so that's what we used on these three cards. Now this is a standard to America, a standard card, and then this is considered a standard card in Imperial, I think is what they said. So it's a little bit bigger than what we usually do at. And now I'm dropping stuff, so let me pick it up. And then this is a note card. So different sizes that I hadn't done before, but all using that Blessings of Home. So this is using the main one. This is using that. And this is using the designer paper as well as the dies inside. Okay, so enough about that. That's what we did yesterday while we were on stage. So now I have this paper that I can use. Let me bring it over. It's fat. Oops, I got the Eden in there too. It's because I haven't put it on my shelf yet because it's not in a current catalog. So the Eden stuff you can buy now as a customer. This you'll have to wait till January, but this is called. Oh my goodness, what is it called? Do I even have the backing still? Let me see. Yeah, I do. Here we go. It's called Heart and Home. So the colors, let me see if I can get that on camera right so you can see it. So the colors are basic gray, cinnamon cider, fresh freesia, garden green, misty moonlight, pale papaya, and white. Right. I am a big pale papaya fan, as anyone might know. So let me see if I have some of these. And this is going to coordinate with both this set and a B set, which I ordered from the Premier product purchase that we could do. So here's this paper and everything on the back. I think I've shown this before quickly. Everything on the back is a wood grain, so that's fabulous. So today, just to do a quick card, I'm gonna take a scrap left over from yesterday's on stage at home, and let me grab, because you all know I love me some pale papaya. It's one of the new in colors that I just can't get enough of. It feels like there's more than one cardstock there, but that's one. So this is going to be super, super, super quick, because then I'm going to probably get my stamp room back into my office mode for tomorrow. So what we're going to do is, this is an 8.5 by 11 standard cardstock. We're going to cut it 5 1/2 and then score at 4 1/4. And then I always, let me get my bone folder. I always, even though I've scored, I always bring it into my corner of my paper cutter just to make sure. And see, I was a little off when I scored. So this way I know that it's flush here and flush to the bottom. And I always do this. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut off on this 4 1/4 side. We're going to cut off 3 inches. So let's go ahead and flip it over. We're going to cut off 3 inches, so that's going to leave a 4 1/4 as a book fold. Okay. And then we're going to cut, now this has a direction, so hopefully this is, oh, it's 5 1/4. I am going to have to cut a big one, because if we do 5 1/4, it's not going to be the same. You know what? Let's go like this. We'll make it a card that opens that way. How about that? Usually these cards open more like a portrait fold. But we'll go ahead and do it this, like that. So this is just going to be your little base there. We're going to add some glue. I'm really getting the bottom of this. Now, I told you that I don't really ever put a very thick bead on there. So that one's really getting low. Time to replace it. So then I lay this down so that it's even with the side. And sorry if I'm on the cutter still and you can't see. But I line it up on the bottom there so that it's even. If I have a little strip, which I do here, sometimes I'll put it like that. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, because that's an inch, so let's make it 3/4 of an inch. You know what, I'm going to turn it this way because I want that bumblebee to continue. Yeah, I like that. So then I'll put that on the book binding. And you know, you can always stamp here if you want to. You could even put your message there if you wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and just lay this. And then sometimes I'll put that on the back here just to break that up. Sometimes I'm going to leave it alone, which I'm going to leave it alone. All right. So then I could use this as my saying. Let me see if this is... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do anything to the inside. So let me go ahead and grab one of these sayings. I think I'll use this one. We can get together through anything. All right. So what I'm going to do is, look, I'm not even really prepared. Let me reach over and get one of my blocks. Let me go ahead and line up the word on that line. I'm hoping that I have the stamp done the same way. Let me grab cinnamon cider ink. Now, cinnamon cider will be retiring in April. Remember, the catalogs aren't starting June 1st anymore. Now they're starting May 1st, I believe. So I think this, you can get this color through the end of April. All right, so there's cinnamon cider. I'm going to, you know what? Sorry, no, I'm not talking right now. Let me see. Get my punch out. Let's see. Get out my favorites. General gems go with anything. Have you guys noticed that? They go with anything. Look, I even have a red stuck on there from one of the others. All right. Let me see. Here we go. And it was weird. No, it wasn't weird. It was different for me to watch because on stage, people were using the flat end to pick up the gems. Now, granted, I usually use this end, but a lot of them were using, oh, that's the scoring. It must be on the end of this the pokey. Oh, and I put it on there so I can't get it out. Let me take this off. I don't know why I did that. So a lot of them are using this end to flip these up, which I thought was, I guess I don't use that flat end that much, but I guess that makes sense, huh? All right, I guess I put that on because it feels kind of loose on my poke too. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so we have a small one there. We're going to put a bigger one. Oops, and it's a little bit low. Okay, and then I have to look at my scraps from yesterday. These are the scraps I had left. So I had my 3 cards in each one of these trays, and these were the scraps left over from when we were cutting. So let me see, is that big enough? Ah, it is. Look at that. This is why you always leave scraps around. I do have a scraps drawer, which all of those will go into very shortly. And look how quickly my area got really messed up. All right, let me grab into my snips drawer. I'm just going to eyeball this instead of putting it through the cutter again. Oh, that really blends in, doesn't it? I'm trying to figure out if I even want it to do a second one. Yeah, I'm going to. This is what happens when you do this on the fly. I was just going to show you just my projects, but I always like showing a card too. So let's see. And since I have the gems on there, I probably won't be able to get a really good cut with my paper cutter because of that extra height, because I am always afraid of messing up the gems. So there, just barely a hint, so there's a little bit of a shadow. And I think maybe, let me reach into my drawer here. I am really not prepared, people. Oh, look, this, I used this yesterday during OnStage at Home, so I almost have one of my paper pumpkin ones completely done. I think I want to do this down to the side. And there you go. And then I can write some note in there or get another stamp set to go ahead and finish up the card. Oh my gosh, look at this. Such a mess. This is how I stamp, people. Welcome to my world. All right. So anyway, so let's give that a good crease. And there you go. Fast and easy project using your cardstock and your designer paper as your main focal point. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon.